Alrighty guys, welcome back to my new series where I learn how to use Python while teaching you guys. This is currently week 5, part 1. Yup, there are going to be more parts. And well, basically, there's no need to say welcome my new series because it's not based technically new anymore. But what are we going to learn in this series? We're going to be learning about while loops. So, what is a while loop? Let's take a few examples and learn about while loops. Alrighty, so let's talk about while loops. So basically, what is a while loop? So a while loop is used in Python to repeat a block of codes as long as a condition is true. It keeps looping until the condition becomes false. So what does that whole thing mean? So basically, it just loops. So a code keeps on running until until the condition doesn't become false of the code. So it sounds a little complicated. And guys, this isn't like a detailed explanation or everything. This is just a quick overview on what I learned. I'm just going to be teaching that to you guys. But if you guys want like a detailed tutorial on this after my Python 100 day series, I'm going to be making a detailed video on everything I learned. All the 47 topics. That's basically everything you need to know Python. Yeah, so be sure to check that out. But let's go through a brief overview and everything. So let's make like a counter loop program. So for that, I will make a variable called count equals to 1. And now let's make a while loop. So while my count variable is less than or equal to something like 5, I will print um something like count and colon to make it look good, like count colon, and then here my count variable. Okay, so now there's like one code missing down here, but let's see what happens if I print, like if I run this command. If I run it, it's going to print this endless, like countless. It won't even stop printing. And let me just zoom in so it's clearer. Yeah, so what can I do to like make it stop? I could write something like count plus equals to 1, the augmented assignment operator. Okay, so now if I run the command, it's just going to print 5 times and then it's going to stop because it says while count is less than or equal to 5. Will just is the command is just gonna like keep running until until my count doesn't reach 5, until it's not like less than or equal to 5. So the reason it was like keep on running is because I didn't add like a plus, I didn't have something to add that make that 2 3 4 5. So that's why it's still 1. It's like countlessly running and it's just 1. But if this was 5, it would still be running. But then if it's 6, it's not going to print anything, because until my loop is 5, it's like equal to or like less than 5, it's just going to keep on looping. If it's anything more than 5, it's not going to loop. So yeah, that's basically it for the counter programs. Let's take like, I don't know, like two three more examples. I don't know, let's see. So let's make something like a login, yeah, a simple login simulation. So for that, like by the login simulation I mean something like, how you open your phone and there's a password and everything. So yeah, so I'll make a variable called password, so password, and set it to like a string because we're gonna like we're gonna like reassign the string. So now what do? Let's make a while loop. So while my password is not, and yeah, this exclamation equals to, basically you could say like this is like the not, but the exclamation could be like a not, but it's not actually a not. Like exclamation doesn't like replace the not function, because not converts true to false and false to true. Exclamation is like if something is not something. So like while password is not, let's keep a password, I'll keep it something like secret, secret. So let me just keep this lowercase for eh. Okay, so while my password is not secret, I will like um reassign my password variable, like not a reassign, I will prompt the user to like enter a password again. So I'll make a variable called password equals to the user input, um enter the password, okay, with an exclamation. Okay, so what does this code say? So first I made a variable called password and I set it to an empty string, and then I like named the string to secret. So while password is not secret, password equals input enter a password. So it's gonna print this endlessly enter password until I don't type or until I don't mention secret. The reason like it's going to start the loop is because it doesn't say secret here. Well, I'll go through that in a bit, but if I run the command right now, it's going to say one thing. I might just actually go here. Okay, now here. Let me just rerun. This makes it look much better. Okay, so if I type something like hi, it's still going to say password. But if I like type something like secret and this thing, boom. Although I could go here and like write something like print access granted. There you go. Access. Okay, wait, hold up, guys. Ignore my typos. Go with access granted. Now if I run the command and go like something like hi 123. But if I go with secret, it's gonna say access granted. Although here's the other stuff. If secret was written here, secret, I would run it. It's just gonna say access granted because my password is set to secret. The reason I set it to an empty string is because there nothing has to be like, bro, we know I could like set this to something like hi. It's still gonna say enter a password. So you guys get the gist of it, right? Okay, so that's like, let me just change that back to an empty string. And give you like 1 second. Let me just convert this to a comment. Okay, so yeah, I just like converted all this to like a comment, and oh my gosh, let me just go here. Okay, do we take another example? Okay, you know what? Actually, yeah, let's like take another example. But this time, let's take an example on the break statement. What if I didn't have a variable on top, or like what if I had a variable but I didn't want to write like while count and everything? There comes the other one that's called the while true. Whenever you use a while true loop, you gotta add a break statement. So a break statement just like stops the loop. Like here we just like we trick the loop and everything. What do you call that? So like while count is less than 5, I mentioned something. So once it was like less than or equal to 5, the loop was running. But as soon as it went higher than 5, the loop just broke. What if I didn't want to do that? What if I wanted to do it endlessly until like something else? You guys know what I mean, right? Okay, so you guys will see if you don't understand what I mean. So I will make a variable called x and set it equal to 0. It could be anything. Again, I'm just keeping the variable called x because I can't think of anything. Now I'll make a while loop. So while true, t must be capital here. So while true, I will print, let's say something like loading with 3 dots. Okay, so while true, print loading x plus equals to 1. And now let's make a break statement. So to make a break statement, I will make an if statement. So if my x variable is equal to 3, let's go with break. Okay, so if my x is equal to 3, I will break. So if I will run the command, it's going to print this thing 3 times. What if there wasn't a break? What if there wasn't a break statement? Let me just go here and delete this. It's gonna countlessly print this. Oh, yeah, just be careful, it might crash your PC. Okay, yeah, so it's gonna break it. So to avoid the breaking, after making my loop, so while x is 0, so x equals to 0, while that is true, while this thing is true, print loading x plus equals to 1 means it's going to increase by 1 every time the loop runs. And yeah, if you just want to break it, just go with if x equals to I don't know, I could change it to something like 6, break. And now if I were to run the command, it's going to print it 6 times. To make it like easier, let me just write this 1, or like I can like keep that 1, I can like keep that to x. So cancel that, make this an f string, and like keep that to x. And now if I run the command, it's going to print 0 1 2 3 4 5. Why like, because I said 6. If you want to count till 6, go with 7, because Python starts counting from 0, so it's 0 1 2 3 4 5. I'll just leave this to 6. And yeah, so basically the code just says if x equals to 0, just make a while loop. Once you make a while loop, print whatever you want in your while loop. And after you print, yeah, I'm just stalling. I wanted to convert this to comments. Okay, so I think maybe like one more example. Yeah, let's like take one more example. But before that, let me explain this one more time. So tell Python to make a variable called x, set that to equal to 0, and while true, while my xz is equal to 0, while that is true, print f string x You could do that, or like for all you know, I could just change this back to like I can just change this back to like loading. There you go. Okay, print loading x plus equals to 1, so the loading will increase by 1 every time the loop runs, and if my x equals to 6, break the loop. So yeah, let's go with the final example. So I don't know, let me make a variable called I. I equals to 1, and now let's make a variable. So this time let's use it with else statements. So while my I is less than or equal to 3, I will print something like step and go here 1. Okay, not 1I. Yeah, I'm so used to clicking I for 1, but yeah. Okay, so while my make a variable, tell Python to make a variable called I and set it to the integer 1. So while my actually this has to be an I. So while my I is less than or equal to 3, I will print step 1 and I plus equals to 1. This is like the basic stuff as those. So this command is just going to run, but this time we won't make a break statement. Let's make an else statement. Else print else I will print something like, I don't know, loop finished or something. Yeah, let's print loop finished and my typos again. Okay, don't want to make the video too long, right? There you go. Okay, so right now if I run the command, it's going to go 1 2 3 and loop finished. It's basically the same as those, but this isn't like, this doesn't have like a break statement or anything. So yeah, that's basically it for while loops. So a while loop is like an endlessly running loop, that the loop that never stops until you like make the until you was gone until the condition becomes false. Yeah. So yeah, that's basically it for while loops. So if you guys enjoyed this video or found it helpful, make sure to like, share, subscribe. Liking helps with my algorithm, sharing is like you could help others with this video, and subscribing is a cherry on top. Before I say peace though, there's one more stuff. I know this thing might not be that clear right now because you know I'm still a beginner, I'm just teaching, so like it helped me so I can like learn faster as well. But after the series, once I'm like good in Python, like a complete pro or something, I'm gonna make detailed videos and teach you guys like for absolutely free-ish, okay? Yeah, so that's basically it for the video, and this is week 5 part 1, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.